breeding season ends halfway through October. So why do they hold on to them until March?
Yeah.
Because so moose and deer, they're more solitary animals. They will not gather in this big of numbers.
Yeah.
And moose and deer drop their antlers right after the rut.
Yeah.
And so one big theory for that is because forage is really competitive for the elk. And it's shown that if those bull elk hold onto those antlers for a few months longer, then they have this big weapon on their head.
Yeah.
And they can push, the other elk won't mess with them, and they'll have an advantage with the grass.
Okay.
Kind of interesting.
So they're specifically for breeding, like that's what they're like.
And that's not to say they won't use them for self-defense or weapons.
Yeah.
But the main, like the cows don't have antlers, right? And
Yeah.
they do okay. And so for the most part, it's breeding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And their antlers grow bigger and bigger every year as they get older, up until about 10 years old actually. One factor that induces antler growth is testosterone, and once they get past 10 years old, you're just not seeing the same testosterone levels. And so because of that, if they reach 10 years old and get any older, their antlers will actually regress in size.
Is there accounts of cows that have antlers?
There have been instances where the cows will have like some really weird hormonal stuff going on,
Yeah.
and they grow like little stumps out of their head.
Oh, okay.
Because the cows actually have pedicles as well,
Yeah.
that base on their head. But as far as like a big spread, that won't come from a cow elk. And even seen a lot of sources that elk that are not. So one thing that the feeding of the elk does is it brings them at a higher density than you would naturally see.
Oh. Think of that, huh?
I wish I was brave enough to go to the top of that. The most perfect
I
snowflake.
track the pretty ones. Trouble. that cabin they set up back there.